people,
to pay it forward,
lead others to make a change.
And together we can make a positive contribution.
The power of the invisible makes the visible powerful.
As long as we're willing to take a step.
Change has to start from yourself. As soon as you improve yourself, change will happen.
when I actually finished my diploma, I was kind of lost. I didn't know what to do, about to give up. And I sort of lost hope in myself as well, thinking that, yeah, I'm not good.
I have always wanted to have a degree.
So I took this leap of faith. I said, let's go. I'm going to be the first batch, the first pioneer cohort.
It makes like this whole university life a more heartwarming one.
I changed my interest. I was more interested in social work and felt that it gives me the platform and opportunity to help other people because I've received help and I think it's good to give back as well. And why not, make a career out of it as well. So that's why I came to SUSS and studied social work. My name's Alvina and I'm from the Bachelor of Social Work course. Back in Poly, I actually met a medical social worker while I was warded, and he helped me through a lot and he actually fought and advocated for me. So that made me feel like, this might be something I want to do in future. SUSS actually gave me the chance to work and study at the same time. So that helped me to fulfill my goals as well. My journey in SUSS has been quite challenging, but I've received a lot of help along the way. Fortunately, there are lecturers and classmates that are always there to help me and let me know that, if anything, just let them know.
The reason why I chose a part-time program instead was so that I can work full-time, at the same time do my part-time degree. So it was 2-in-1, and my dad was the sole breadwinner until I started working after diploma. And I actually have 3 younger sisters, so you can imagine the amount of effort my parents have to put in and the sacrifices they have to make to bring all four of us up, and without the sacrifices they have done for me, I wouldn't be a person right now. So thanks to them, and thank you Ma, thank you Pa.
After 3 good years of diligent work in studies, I finally was rewarded with a good result in my undergrad program. And that actually motivated me to sign up immediately for the SUSS MBA. And it was another 18 months, and it was very demanding in terms of time. Every evening after work, I will actually drive down to SUSS and spend my time from about 7:45 p.m. to about 10:30 p.m. when the campus closed to do my assignments as well as to prepare the lessons for the next class. And that also includes my weekends.
When I first started, SUSS was not easy because I have to juggle part-time work with as well as my studies because to help my mother with a financial burden. It was quite tiring, to be honest, because on one hand you have so many deadlines to hit, but on the other hand you also have to go to work while doing, I guess, for juggling your academic responsibility. But that didn't put me off.
Actually, for some of our modules, we actually do take part-time, so it's together with the part-time students. And I guess initially when we actually had classes with them, we didn't really understand how to work with them because they all have commitments and they're usually quite busy.
Because at night during the weekdays we have classes as well. So after work we get very tired and we only push our assignments to do it during the weekends. So normally it's quite tough to meet up with our group mates as well because we would rather do it online so we can complete our other assignments more efficiently.
So when we actually had to do GBAs together with them, we kind of had to, became a bit more understanding when we actually talked to them and realized actually some of them do have family commitments and some of them maybe have a few children to look after. Yeah, so it was a bit difficult.
I remember after one of my communications module class, I made friends with these two girls. And interestingly enough, they have the same name. At the same time, both of them really helped me a lot during my studies. Yeah, because the thing is, I didn't really have a lot of confidence in my abilities. But so whenever I need help, I will approach them. So they have been very helpful. And yeah, it's one of the good things that I've experienced while studying here. Until today, we are in contact. We are good friends. In fact, I went to one of their wedding, one of the girls' wedding, and then I also went Bali with one of them. So to think that hey, I am able to have a close friendship.
I met, I guess, the girl who I guess will be my life partner for the rest of my life in SUSS and during my year 2. Yeah, I met her through my service learning initiative. She was a very gentle, loving, caring person, and I can say I fell in love with her at first sight. And ever since then, I've been with her together on this SUSS journey, supporting each other in terms of our academic responsibility, or let's say even family problems. All this we have been through it all as partners.
In I think June 2015, and that's where I started with Air Pistol, and I stuck with it till now. Just like SUSS, SAFRA has been very accommodating to people with disabilities, the para-athletes, and giving us the support that we need. I'm looking to hopefully represent the country in the various para games if they offer shooting, and it takes me on a different path. I'm able to go out there and inspire other people, whether they are able-bodied or if they've got a disability. They see that, hey, this person can do this, why can't I?
My university life was definitely more enriching than I thought it would be, because I started doing my service learning project in around like end of year 1, and that's when I actually had a chance to start my own project with Pertapis. We didn't really know about the challenges that we would face from doing all this, because you need to do your admin work, you need to liaise with like community partners, and it was through all these that like I learned some soft skills, which actually made me like be able to take on the different challenges towards the later part of my uni life much better, which I could actually use in my work attachment.
I managed to present my FYP project at this event called Falling Walls Singapore. And that was actually my stepping stone, even though I didn't win anything, but I gained a lot from listening to them and picking up all those little presentation skills from them. And with that, this year in May, we actually went for this competition where it's the 12th scientific meeting, and we actually presented our idea, and I actually came in first. If you fail at somewhere, there's always another opportunity waiting for you. So that's how I ended up getting my gold medal.
A lot of like opportunities and chances that we can take to go overseas, be it like work attachment, summer school, or even like overseas learning experience. So for me, among all the overseas experience I went, I think the Gobi Desert Challenge was one of the most memorable ones I had. When we went there, we got to learn about like the Chinese culture and actually interact with some of these China entrepreneurs and businessmen. And I think it was like a rather eye-opening experience, because we were the first undergraduate batch to go there. We were all like quite honoured to be given this chance, because there's no other undergraduate students over there.
There shouldn't be a paper chase. You shouldn't be running just to get a degree, just to get a master, or just to get a PhD. No matter how hard you try, if you don't have the passion or if you don't like what you're doing, it's not going to bring you far. So as long as you love what you're doing, if you feel that, oh, this is not what I want to do, you can always change your path and go towards something that you like.
You need to have the acceptance of your disability, or even if you're able-bodied, you need to accept yourself for who you are and what you have, what you can and what you can't do. For me, I always believe, there may be 10 things that I can't do, but there's a million other possibilities.
You should make a good use of your 4 years of university life and enjoy the process, and not really just be too focused on grades. And more importantly, take advantage of the opportunities that our school has to travel overseas and like gain some exposure, and at the same time enjoy studying.
So to the current students, I would say, 加油! Thank you, SUSS.
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 Thank you, SUSS, for empowering me.
For empowering me
For empowering me
on a new journey.
On a new journey.
For empowering me on my new journey.
Dear graduates, on behalf of the School of Business at SUSS, congratulations to each and every one on the successful completion of your degree program. I salute you for successfully completing your degree program, having to juggle between rigorous study, work, and family commitments. I recall one of our business school slogans. It says, "It does not matter where you come from, it's where you are going." And I hope that with your SUSS degree, you will go places and achieve great success. But never forget to be a good SUSS ambassador. Make us proud and do good for society while you pursue your career dreams. Give yourself a pat and also a hug to your loved ones. Beside your years of effort and time, I am sure it comes with support and sacrifices from your loved ones too. Lastly, enjoy and cherish the formal and yet happy convocation moments.
Today is a day for celebrations. It represents the culmination of literally years of hard work, sacrifice, exam anxiety, and the sustained goodwill of your loved ones. So congratulations. Congratulations on reaching an important milestone in life. Congratulations on successfully negotiating a difficult challenge. As you reach out to collect your scroll, as the camera captures a moment that symbolizes your achievement, spare a thought about what this moment means. It is not just the end of a journey, but very importantly, also the beginning of a next one. One that can be more exciting, more fulfilling, more challenging, or perhaps boring, but nevertheless one that can and will define who you are and who you want to be. For learning does not end with a scroll and a ceremony. Learning is a continual process that shapes your life, provides a purpose, and importantly, it enhances your ability to be a useful member of society. In graduating from a program under the S.R. Nathan School of Human Development, I hope you will be reminded of the ethos of the school and what each of the programs represents. I hope you will be reminded that a key part of this program is to prepare you to transform lives and serve society. That what you learn from the respective programs enhances your ability to do a little bit more for your community, friends, and family, which in turn contribute, even if only to a small amount, to the goodwill and well-being of society that we live in. So go forth to make a difference. Enjoy the day, and congratulations once again.
Dear graduates, this is your special day. You have arrived at this life's milestone with hard work and determination. On behalf of all the faculty and staff in the school, let me say that we are very proud of you. We wish you all the best as you embark on the next stage of your life journey. Be open-minded and open-hearted to new opportunities and experiences. Share your knowledge and experience to enrich the lives of those around you. But don't stop learning and applying yourselves. Always take pride in what you do. Welcome to the alumni family. Do keep in touch and join the alumni events and activities. Congratulations, graduates. Now go and celebrate.
Dear graduates, I know that this is the culmination of your hard work. Let me congratulate you on your effort and your commitment to academic excellence. I'm sure that you will find that the studies you have just completed both relevant and useful in your profession or pursuit. I encourage you to apply what you have learned. Most of all, continue to learn as you get along in your career. I hope also that you will continue your links with us as an alumnus. Once again, congratulations and all the very best.
Congratulations, graduates. Today is a very important day, one to celebrate with your families and friends. This is the day you have all been waiting for. As you conclude one chapter in your life journey, a new one now begins. Hence, I would like to wish to each and every one of you a lot of success for the years to come. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the academic procession.
declare this convocation open for the presentation of graduates for the degrees in Graduate Studies, Nanyang University, Beijing Normal University and Business.
Madam Halimah Yacob, President of Singapore and Patron of the Singapore University of Social Sciences, Mr. Chee Hong Tat, Senior Minister of State, Ministry of Trade and Industry and Ministry of Education, Mr. Stephen Lee, Chancellor, SUSS, members, SUSS Board of Trustees, graduates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a warm welcome to SUSS Convocation 2018. Let me first express our gratitude and appreciation to Her Excellency, Madam Halimah Yacob, President of Singapore, for her presence and for graciously accepting to be SUSS President. Let's give a warm round of applause to our President. This year, we graduate 2,268 students. In all our convocations since we were established in 2005, we had graduates only from our part-time programs who were working adults and adult learners. But this year, we have our first batch of 168 graduates from our full-time programs in accountancy, finance, and marketing. Convocation 2018 is thus special and significant to all of us at SUSS. To all our graduates, whichever program you studied and whatever mode you did it in, my warmest congratulations to you. We are very proud of you. In the years ahead, we will see graduates from more full-time programs, including human resources management, supply chain management, business analytics, social work, and early childhood education. These are increasingly popular, judging by the 8 applicants we received this year for every place we offered. At the graduate level, we will open more places in finance, adult learning, and early childhood education. Our biggest foray into the future, however, will be in continuing education and lifelong learning, which is stackable, just in time, just in need, modular, and with an eye on future skills, building up capabilities not just for our alumni, but the professionals in industry, the practitioners in the community, and the casual learner. We have set up our College of Lifelong and Experiential Learning that will be the gateway to learning in all phases of life. Through the college, we will do what we have been doing since SUSS started, but doing it more formally and curating it more purposefully. Everyone can partake as needed along life's journey. That is why we call this holistic opportunity SUSS Life. Founded on our open, inclusive admissions approach and multimodal learning pathways, SUSS Life will open up many opportunities to meet diverse learning needs across a wide range of age and background. And for you, our alumni, there are special schemes, incentives to tap on SUSS Life. Our modular and Skills Future series courses, specially tailored to build specific skills for new industry growth, are taking off steadily. In a recent partnership with NTUC First Campus, we agreed to recognize the prior learning and cumulative work experience of eligible preschool educators for credits when they pursue part-time early childhood education studies with SUSS. Notably, we are recognizing prior learning. We are instituting more work-study opportunities, helping to retain talent within a specific sector. In the days ahead, we will increase such partnerships and the number and modes of work-study programs. We have introduced a new core curriculum to give students in all our programs a well-rounded education that encompasses the human and social dimensions. While we train in many disciplines, be it science, technology, mathematics, or business, the SUSS core will take our students through a cross-disciplinary treatment of emerging local and global issues, and what these mean for their professional practice and for their community. We aim to sensitize them to habitually link their professional and personal decisions to social impact. Our mode and delivery of content to students is also evolving steadily to engage the modern learner. As a pioneer in digital learning, we are continually expanding our e-learning infrastructure, interactive guides, chunk lectures, mobile backpack, to enable our students to learn at their own pace, anytime, anywhere. And now, we have introduced e-textbooks for most of our courses. These interactive e-textbooks will add to the other e-components to form a full e-learning environment that meets the needs of future learning. Another initiative is to do with better characterizing of our students' abilities. This is our enhanced transcript, a pioneering initiative, if I may say, among the local universities. Beyond the usual academic transcript, our students will receive an enhanced transcript digitally, which maps each of the 18 generic skills and competencies under the Skills Future framework, such as the ability to communicate, having a global mindset, and problem solving. We'll match these to our SUSS courses. Our full-time students are already creating their e-portfolio, another of our SUSS initiative, which documents their learning reflections and skills acquired from their experiential learning. The trio of an academic transcript, an enhanced transcript, and an e-portfolio will be a powerful job prospecting armory for each student, and one for employers to better size up their prospective employees. I'm happy to announce that you, our 2018 graduates, will be the first to receive the SUSS enhanced transcripts. Finally, we are launching our inaugural annual Service Learning Awards to recognize worthy graduates for their excellent contributions to society beyond academic performance. This award is established in partnership with Binjai Tree to recognize deserving SUSS students for their strong engagement in service learning and community engagement, and their exemplary leadership in mentoring next generations of students to become social changers like themselves. So well done to our first batch of Service Learning Award winners. This year's Convocation theme, Empowering New Journeys, challenges you to build on the knowledge, skills, and experience you have picked up during your time at SUSS. Invest them well in the journey that lies ahead. Take up the SUSS head, heart, habit ethos to develop an interest in people and in continual learning, even as you advance your own career. because ultimately it is people who matter. And no matter you are from a part-time or a full-time program, from one discipline or another, whatever pathway you took, you are all SUSS alumni. Work together, help one another. You are stronger when you are cohesive. For the full-time studies graduates, you had a taste of the workplace during your attachment. Now, you'll be getting wonderful, real salaries. But, better be ready for all the responsibilities and workload you will have to bear. And for those who studied part-time, I hope you have discovered more about yourselves, your capabilities, and your limits, and your passions. How you all do as SUSS graduates will influence how others will value the university and you, its graduates. As you begin a new journey, first be grateful to those who had journeyed with you in your studies. Then, remember to bring others alongside with you, be it sharing or being concerned with one another, or investing yourselves to help others. This is SUSS wish for each and every one of you, our graduates. SUSS started off as a university for part-time degree studies. Turning out graduates from our full-time programs was the next step in SUSS development. And we've done that. We have expanded our continuing and lifelong learning courses in various forms and sizes and modes through SUSS Life. We have in place a learning regime and a support system that will give our students quality, supported, anytime, anywhere learning all through their lives. We will look increasingly different from the other universities as we continue to do things differently, blaze new trails, and work hard to be the foremost university for lifelong learning in Singapore. And I invite you, our newly minted alumni, to join in this exciting and worthwhile journey. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure now to introduce our speaker and special guest, Mr. Chee Hong Tat, Senior Minister of State for Trade and Industry and for Education. Mr. Chee was elected as a Member of Parliament for the Bishan Toa Payoh GRC in the 2015 general elections. He was appointed Minister of State for Health and Communications and Information in 2015 and promoted to Senior Minister of State in 2017. Prior to his election to Parliament, Mr. Chee joined the civil service in 1998 and worked at various ministries. He was Chief Executive of the Energy Market Authority in 2011 and was appointed Second Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Trade and Industry in 2014. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science and a Bachelor of Arts in Economics, both from the University of California at Berkeley, as well as a Master degree in Business Administration from the University of Adelaide. It is my pleasure to invite SMS Chee to address us today. Minister, please.
Madam Halimah Yacob, President of Singapore, Mr. Stephen Lee, Chancellor, Singapore University of Social Sciences, Professor Cheong Hee Kiat, President, Singapore University of Social Sciences, graduates, grandparents, parents, family members and friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. 大家早上好. Selamat pagi. Vanakkam. It gives me great pleasure to join you at the opening session of the SUSS 2018 Convocation ceremony. I'm delighted to see a diverse group of graduates today. Some of you are working adults who took up part-time degrees to enhance your skills and deepen your knowledge. I salute you for your efforts to take up this challenge while balancing your work, family, and study commitments. We also have business leaders in our midst who embarked on an executive program in the School of Business. I hope you have found the experience an enriching one, and the network and knowledge you have acquired through the program will help you to build and grow your companies to greater heights. We have a third group of graduates here this morning. They are the inaugural batch of graduates from the full-time undergraduate degree program offered by SUSS. The full-time undergraduate programs were started in 2014 to provide students with more options for degree education that have strong work-study elements and industry linkages. With SUSS becoming our 6th autonomous university last year, it is offering its unique brand of high-quality applied education to meet the education aspirations of our students and the economic needs of our industries. Diverse profiles of graduates at today's ceremony reflects SUSS's strength as a university for lifelong learning, catering to one's learning needs throughout different stages in life. I would like to offer my heartiest congratulations to all of you. Many thanks also to our lecturers, as well as the families and friends of our graduates. I'm sure our graduates would agree that your support and encouragement have been important pillars of strength for them. May I invite our graduates to show your appreciation with a round of applause for your lecturers, family members, and friends. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as a full-fledged university, SUSS's head, heart, and habit philosophy encapsulates its holistic brand of education, which seeks to develop students into well-rounded and capable professionals, entrepreneurs, and innovators. One of the foundations at SUSS is a practice-oriented focus, bringing industry and real-life situations into the classroom and encouraging students to apply what they have learned at work and in their daily life. This is facilitated by the diversity in the SUSS student body, which includes many part-time students who have already started working. It allows for rich exchanges and mutual learning between adult learners and full-time students as they take many modules together. SUSS students also benefit from its numerous partnerships with businesses on work projects and opportunities. An example is the entrepreneurship program with Alibaba Cloud, which SUSS launched in July last year. Under this program, students develop their ideas for a startup while being mentored by Alibaba senior executives and C-suite industry experts. They will pitch their ideas to venture capitalists and angel investors. If funding is successfully secured, the students earn credits and receive a minor in entrepreneurship. From the first 3 intakes for this program, 7 teams have successfully secured funding. Well done, and I hope to see more of such efforts by our students in the coming years. Another example is the SUSS Tencent WeChat Overseas Internship, which provides opportunities for students to gain direct work experiences with international companies and develop a deeper understanding of the business environments and social cultures in other countries. This is important because we are now operating in a globalized world, globalized economy, and understanding the business environments and the social cultures other countries is going to be an important skill set, an important asset for all our graduates. I encourage SUSS to also forge similar partnerships with other companies and broaden the range of opportunities and markets, which will give our students wider exposure for experiential learning. More importantly, these programs teach our students to be resilient and always ready for change. Your education in SUSS has not only prepared you for the first or current job, it has also helped you to be adaptable and to learn new skills in future. As you graduate from SUSS, I hope one of the key takeaways is the passion for lifelong learning. Just a month ago, I was here at SUSS to launch SUSS Life, the College of Lifelong and Experiential Learning, or CLEL for short. I'm happy to see that SUSS has offered a wide variety of lifelong learning opportunities for learners at different life stages. This is a significant move as SUSS further strengthens its position to be a university of choice for lifelong learning. Ms. Catherine Chan is one of our graduates today. Catherine has worked in different industries, IT, lifestyle, and pharmaceutical companies. She remains keen to learn and grow her skills even after reaching the apex of her career. After completing her MBA several years ago, she embarked on the SUSS Executive Management Program, or EMP, to gain new knowledge and stay relevant amid rapid technological changes and global competition. She also wanted to network with and learn from like-minded business leaders. I'm heartened to learn about Catherine's passion for learning. I would like to wish her all the very best. SUSS will continue to offer its offerings of courses for working adults to help them build a wider repertoire of skills. I encourage our adult learners to follow in Catherine's footsteps and tap on the many opportunities available under Skills Future and lifelong learning. The government will support these initiatives as we believe that investing in our people's education and lifelong learning is an investment in Singapore's future. I'm also glad to see that your time in the university has left a positive imprint of SUSS's values on many of you. Ms. Amanda Chiam Hui-Jin, who is a full-time accountancy graduate from the School of Business, co-founded Learn, Love, Live, a service learning initiative with Pertapis Welfare Trust Fund to provide an education empowerment program for school-going children. Amanda and her team, who received the Pertapis Outstanding Volunteer Award in 2016 and 2017, organized outings and weekly tuition for the students and involved their parents in regular conversation and activities. Amanda has also turned her brainchild into a sustainable legacy by mentoring her juniors to run the program. I understand she's also one of the winners of SUSS's inaugural Service Learning Award today. Congratulations, Amanda. Mr. Loh Lai Chun is another commendable example. He pursued his MBA part-time while continuing to perform a senior management role at work. He first graduated from then UniSim, a Bachelor of Science in Marketing, in 2016. He continued to pursue his MBA with SUSS as a next step of his continual learning journey. Like Amanda, Lai Chun contributes to society by volunteering with the Children Cancer Society after learning about their work in one of his MBA program modules. Ladies and gentlemen, dear graduates, as you embark on your next chapter, I encourage you to put to good use what you have learned and what you have acquired through SUSS in your work and in your life. As the Chinese saying goes, 学以致用, apply what you have learned. For Singapore to grow and develop further, we must have a culture which supports continual pursuit of knowledge, innovation, and improvements so that we can remain globally competitive and socially cohesive in a fast-changing economy. As we strive for growth, let's not forget to bring all fellow Singaporeans along so that we can grow together and remain as one united people. My heartiest congratulations once again to each and every one of you. I wish you good health, success, and happiness, and hope you continue to keep in touch with SUSS and your course mates through the alumni network. Thank you very much.
Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Arts in Applied Linguistics TESOL has earlier been conferred. Zainab binti Osman. Asima binti Abdul Aziz. Chen Kangshen Desmond. Lee Sui-Yi Sharon. Ong Chi Beng. Ravi Chandran Mahomita. Tan Shnia Huang. Tan Po Hun. Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Business Administration has earlier been conferred. Ivan Lee Yong Chue. Lo Chun Kei Bernard. Lo Lai Chun. Muhammad Kir bin Jafar. Sarawasti, daughter of Guna Segaran. Sek David. So Wei Zhi. Tan Lien Kiang. Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Community Leadership and Social Development has earlier been conferred. Cha Wan Yi Lynette, Chung Oi Moy, Huang Zhenjie Harry, Jagatishwaran, son of Raju, Luo Xing Nan Jessica, Shamani, daughter of Sitanandan Naidu, Siti Noraslin binti Sohaiman, Tan Ni Ling Diana, Tan Po Sam Vincent, Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Counseling has earlier been conferred. Giraja Padmanabhan Nambia, S.V. Tilakanan, Shamuga Priya, daughter of Subramaniam, Tan Bi Ling, Tae Hui Ying Joanna, Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Gerontology has earlier been conferred. Ang Hock Po, Cha Kien Hock, Chiang Lai Fen Monica, Cha Sun Lung Jamin, Hoi So Hing Wendy, Junisha Binte Jumala, Kong Ka Hong, Ko Ling Ling, Ko Siu Hun, Laura Tam Smith, Lim Ai Zi Susan, Lo Pie Shang Brenda, Lu Chun Juan, Ng Hui Kun, Ui Gek B. Pek Siling Kalin. Po Si Jie. Serin Te Wen Xu. Sharon Lim Yi Ling. Tan Hui Ying. Tasnim Fayaz Basrai Ni Maskati. To Yen Ling Joyce Lim. Vanessa Ong Sing Yun. Wong Ming Hui. Yap Bi Hun. Yo Seok Hun. Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Human Capital Management has earlier been conferred. Chan Shou-ping, Friday. Chin Pei-ing. Ji Ta-wing. Liao Novin. Nosraini Binte Muhammad Taib. Phua Siu King. Teo Wen Xian. Wu Huiling Geraldine. Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Management, Urban Transportation has earlier been conferred. Irene Ng Yi Chin. Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Non-Profit Management has earlier been conferred. Chan Jian Hong. Jared Goh Kim Hung. Maria Binti Abdul Malik. Ong Kek Sing, Roger. Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Social Work has earlier been conferred. Au Wendy. Cheng Eng Yu, Danny. Esther Mala, daughter of P. Samuel. Geraldine Wong Cheng Im. Goh Jie Ming. Kyung Kwek Yong Chiang. Ko Cheng Chai, Trevor. Lee Lee Singh. Lim Seng Wee. Leong Gyok Hyok, Pauline. Leong Wai Chen. Liu Mi Yi. Liang Jinghao, Gary. Lim Yong Zhang. Lim Yubing. Mo Chu Ngo. Navin Nathaniel Kirinaris. Ong Sing Ling, Jessica. Saifu Nizam bin Jamain. Si Yao Hui. Siti Fatima binte Abdul Karim. Sonia Mariana binte Muhammad Jala. Tan Meizi, Maisie. Tae Jing Yu. Teo Sing Teng. Wong Sao Chi. Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Taxation has earlier been conferred. Cheng Shi Ki, Candy. Lo Yi Heng, Ernest. Mei Pio Kain. Minakshi Bhavani, daughter of Nagarajan. I shall now invite Professor Wang Zhenling, Vice President, Nanjing University, for the presentation of graduates. Professor Wang, I will now commence the presentation of graduates from Nanjing University. Liu Xiaohua. Tan Hong Ling. Wilms Nancy. Thank you, Professor Wang. I shall now invite Professor Yang Li Hui, Vice Dean, School of Chinese Language and Literature, Beijing Normal University, for the presentation of graduates. Professor Yang, I will now commence the presentation of graduates from Beijing Normal University. Hu Mei. Huang Bingsheng. Wang Yidan. Zheng Qubо. Thank you, Professor Yang.
Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Bachelor of Accountancy has earlier been conferred. Tan Shen Yao. Teo Hong Jie. Zheng Jingyi. Emilia Pu Xiaojin. Epps Victoria Marilyn. Brian Wong Kan Ming. Qi Zixiang. Chung Wai Ting. Chu Ying Ying Linda. Chin Wei Zhong. Chua Tekiong Benjamin. Doris Chua Ping White Overton. Eileen Chu. Fahian Binte Sulaiman. Gladys Le Fang Hui. Kenneth Lim Jia Hui. Krishna Vini, daughter of Satara Rajan. Kwang Li Tuan Sherry. Lam Yan Chi. Li Wei Zhan. Li Yuling Yilin. Lim Qingping. Lok Ui. Nyo Wei Ling. Nyo Yao Yun Eileen. Ng Ziyuan. Paul Chen Yuan Jackson. Rebecca Sim Jiting. Samantha Tam Wei Ting. So Si Ting. Tam Hui Min Sherry. Tae Yan Jin Jasmine. Tiang Kerlin James. Vanessa Chu Hui Ying. Wong Jianwei. Yao Jie-ying Gavin. Amanda Chiam Hui Jun. Ang Yi-sun. Bernice Ho Sin Yi. Chen Hoi Vivan. Cheong Si Eng. Chia Wei Ping Krista. Chow Kit-man. Krista Lavine. Fabian Gan Wing Jie. Fiona Lee Xiang Yi, James Lim Chao Yen, Ko Chong Ho Jeremy, Ko Sun Wee, Kuo Hui Shan, Law Si Eng Grace, Lee Ka Yen, Lee Johnson Johnson, Lim Hui Zhen, Lim Jin Kai, Lim Yi Hui Amanda, Liu Kalin Cheryl, Lau Hui Min, Niu Yuan Xin, Niu Yi Xin, Ng Bao Yi, Ng Bun Ti, Ng Pei Si Esther, Ng Wai Ling, Ng Wai Min, Ng Xue Wei, Ng Yunning Shirley, Nitish Kumar Singh, son of Jai Praskar Singh, Nur Sakina Binti Abdul Razak, O Jinwei Sarah, Ong Li Lear, Ao Ng Chi, Pang Yuzhen, Paul Sidney, Rachel Chu Pei Ling, Charmaine Su Pei Chi, Shazar Samsudin, So Jian Jie, So Lip Yong, Tan Chien Long Michael, Tan Si Ping, Tay Zhi Eng, Teo Hui Wen, To Chai Bin, Wang Zhenjie Aaron, Wong Li Ying Kelly, Wong Meng Lik, Wong Chi Sin Pamela, Yip Yi Yen, Yvonne Choi Pei Fen, Zhi Ling, Ao Yu Qi, Chan Ke Sing, Chong Hui Shi Jenny, Fong Han Ling, Gakiran Kau Bajwa, Ho Yue Ying Regina, Jamila Binte Hamza, Kavita, daughter of Brahmanan Tan, Ko Ziling, Kui Wen Hui, Lao Chuan Wai Sherman, Nazira Hidayatullah, No Afiq bin No Afendi, Ong Mei Yi, Ong Sin Yi, Po Jia Yi, Po Jinmin Veronica, Razu Bivi, daughter of P.N. Haja Hiyajuddin, Chi Mei Mei, Tan Si Ling, Tan Siu Lee, Ted Han Ni, Chua Fen Yin, Jessica, daughter of Abraham Daniel, Nor Aiza Binte Hussein, Sandy Tan Xiang Lin, Wan Su Yin, Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Bachelor of Science, Business Analytics has earlier been conferred. Go Su Chin Angela, Ho Sok Hui Helen, Jeremiah Chai Lip Tat, Lim Ziyi Daphne, Nur Fatiha binti Ab Rahim, O Li Chu, Tan Chen Wei, Ang Yuan, Fu Yonghui,
Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Bachelor of Science in the following programs has earlier been conferred. Finance, Finance with Military Studies. Fu Fang Boon. Wan Kevin. Chan Clarence. Chan Wei Xiang. Chua Ching Shing.
Chua Li Chen. Daily Chin Jun Chang. Kang Jian Hui Brandon. Kim Jia Chun Jasper. Shami Jagan. Sim Yao Ming Matthew. Su Miao Chi. Tan Zihui. Valerie Go Chui Jin. Wang Wei. Anthony Abigail Jacqueline. Chua Wei Kian. Chua Wen Sin. Heng Yingxuan Tevens. Li Bilian. Ng Xiu Yi. Ng Yu Yan Vanessa. Xia Wan Ting. Tan Yi Ting. Wong Kai Jian Javin. Ahmad Farid bin Abdul Hamid. Joanna Lo Yan Lin. Muhammad Hazim bin Muhammad Yazid. Shireen Naila binti Ramli. Cheng Kang Ning. Chua Ming Yen Colin. Chua Peng Hong. Clara Wan Mayuk. Ho Hui Yi. Jeremy E. Shao Wei. Lee Peng Lee, Lim Shu Fen, Lim Wei Ho, Lau Ian, Lau Wee Liang Vincent, Ng Bei Shi, Ong Wee Yang, Peng Cheng Si, Phua Rui Jie, Serene Tan Lee Lin, Tan Shi Xian, Tan Yi Jie Jennifer, Tan Yin Chao, Tham Chi Yuan, Tu Jun Yu, Yap Ming Ming, Ang Wei Bin Anthony, Anis Fong Hui Xian, Chua Li Ling, Daing Taufik bin Ramli, Fabian Ko Kim Yong, Heng Heng Si Tutun, Hui Lo Yi, Lee Yok Chong, Leong Seng Wai Vincent, Liao Tzu Yang, Lao Wai Kin, Muhammad Fazli bin Jamil, Nur Anisa binti Burhanuddin, Ravindapal Singh, Tan Guan Hua Garrick, Tan Guanyang Jamin. Tan Jia Ju. Tan Kien Chong. Tan Lai Ting. Tan Wan Shi Cheryl. Tang Si Hui. Teo Guo Tze Benny. Wang Chun Fa. Wong Pauline. Yap Lili. Chancellor, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Visual Communication with Business has earlier been conferred. Chua Hui Chi. Ko Chi Ding Edwin. Chong Yurong Mark. Lin Shirley Yvonne. Ma Jing Wen. Ng Hong Man. Ng Mei Fung Sabrina. Tan Chai Yin. Jin Wong. Liu Gek Ling. Lam Hui Ling. Ling Ming Chen. Michelle Tan Cheru. Kwa Ai Leng James. Rushdi bin Daud. Te Pei Shi Dahlia. Te Kwan Shun. Atira Shazana binti alias. Azli bin Azman, Huang Junyi, Joan Pei Swee Ling, Lim Ying Chong, Rauda Hanim binti Muhammad Yusuf, Siti Haja binti Ibrahim, To Jing Ting Jeannie, Wu Li Chuang, we shall now present academic awards to graduates who have achieved outstanding academic performance, and service learning awards to graduates for their commendable advocacy, leadership, and active participation in service learning and community engagement. President Halima Yaakob, may I present the following award winners for the degrees that have earlier been conferred. For the Master of Arts in Applied Linguistics, TESOL, winner of the Lee Foundation Silver Award, Chan Kang Sheng Desmond. Winner of the Lee Foundation Bronze Award, Lee Sui Yi Sharon. For the Master of Community Leadership and Social Development, winner of the Kwan Im Tong Hut Cho Temple MCLSD Gold Award, Tan Po Sam Vincent. Winner of the Kwan Im Tong Hut Cho Temple MCLSD Silver Award, Chia Wan Yi Lynette. For the Master of Counseling, winner of the Excellence Award, Te Hui Ying Joanna. For the Master of Gerontology, winner of the Alice Lim Memorial Fund Gold Award, Pek Si Ling Kaylin. Winner of the Alice Lim Memorial Fund Silver Award, Chiang Lai Fen Monica. Winner of the Henry Lim Best Dissertation Award, Laura Tham Schmidt. For the Master of Non-Profit Management, winner of the Kwan Im Thong Hut Cho Temple MNPM Gold Award, Jared Go Kim Han. Winner of the Kwan Im Thong Hut Cho Temple MNPM Bronze Award, Chan Jian Hong. For the degree of Bachelor of Accountancy, winner of the ISCA Gold Award and PKF CAP LLP Award in Assurance and Attestation, Tong Hong Jie. Winner of the ISCA Silver Award and Deloitte & Touche LLP Achievement Award in Accounting Theory and Practice, Tan Sheng Yao. Winner of the ISCA Bronze Award, Zheng Jingyi. Winner of the CPA Australia Achievement Award, Po Chen Yuan Jackson. Winner of the Eric Ng and Associates representing Great Eastern Financial Advisors Private Limited Book Prize, Ng Boon Tee. Winner of the Service Learning Award, Amanda Chiam Hui Jun. Winner of the Service Learning Award, Chua Tek Kiong Benjamin. Winner of the Service Learning Award, O Jingwei Sarah. Winner of the Service Learning Award, Tay Zhi En. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Business Analytics, winner of the SIFT Analytics Group Gold Award and SAS Analytics Achievement Award, Go Su Ching Angela. Winner of the SIFT Analytics Group Silver Award and SAS Programming and its Application Book Prize, Tan Cheng Wei. Winner of the Tableau Book Prize, Ho Sok Hui Helen. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Finance, winner of the CAIA Gold Award, CGS CIMB Investment Achievement Award, and Service Learning Award, Fu Fang Boon. Winner of the CAIA Silver Award, Wan Kevin. Winner of the CFP Certification Achievement Award, Ng Pei Shi. Winner of the CAS Book Prize, Li Peng Li. Winner of the Service Learning Award, Shami Jagan. Winner of the SP Ivy Chia Ma Siu Leong representing AIA Singapore Private Limited Book Prize, Jeremy E. Shao Wei. President Halima, We are honored to have you grace the convocation today. On behalf of SUSS, we would like to thank you for your presence and for presenting the awards to the recipients.
Mr. Chi, may I present the following participants who have completed the Executive Management Program. Chan Ziyue Catherine. Kwok Mei Yen. Ko Han Xiong. Lau Eng Chiu. Ong Kai Ho. Robin Per Ai Sing. Tan Hui Leong. Chancellor, we are honored to have Mr. Chee Hon Tat, Senior Minister of State, Ministry of Trade and Industry, and Ministry of Education as our special guest today. On behalf of the university, we would like to invite you to present a memento to Mr. Chee. The graduate representative for the School of Business, class of 2018, is Mr. Fu Fan Bun, who graduated with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Finance. Mr. Fu is the winner of CAIA Gold Award, CGS CIMB Investment Achievement Award, and Service Learning Award. Mr. Fu will now deliver his speech.
Good morning, Madam Halimah Yaakob, President of the Republic of Singapore and patron of SUSS, Mr. Chee Hon Tat, Senior Minister of State, Ministry of Education and Ministry of Trade and Industry, Mr. Stephen Lee, Chancellor, SUSS, Mr. Richard Yu, Chairman, Board of Trustees, SUSS, Professor Cheong Hee Kiat, President, SUSS, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fang Boon, a graduate from the Bachelor of Science in Finance program. It is my utmost honor and privilege to be given this opportunity to speak on behalf of the graduates seated here today. When I was first asked to prepare for this speech, I asked myself, what actually makes a good graduation speech? To answer this question, I began my research by watching and reading past speeches, which to my dismay, vary significantly from one to the other. I then realized that there is no template, so to speak. Instead, A good, memorable speech should be one that is genuine while being realistic at the same time, depicting the truest and most heartfelt reflection of our time and experience in the university. I chose to pursue my studies full-time. 4 years have passed, a period that is neither long nor short. To some, this seemed like a long arduous journey, which may be otherwise for others. In retrospect, all of us started our journeys 4 years ago, not knowing what to expect. As the pioneering batch of the full-time degree program, we took a leap of faith, entrusting that the degree scroll conferred by then same university will be one that is at least recognized in the market. Fast forward 4 years, many of the 200-odd who are seated here today. Cognizant from the start that having a degree is no longer enough to compete and stay relevant in today's world, our university came up with a comprehensive program encompassing components such as common core curriculum, service learning projects, opportunities for overseas experiential learning, and work attachment with industry partners. Taken all together, our study program seeks to ensure that the dreams of students do not stay merely as dreams, but provide them with a solid footing in achieving their goals. Many of my peers whom I had a chance to speak to before this ceremony are realizing their dreams, having secured employment with reputable organizations in their respective fields. For example, financial institutions like Citi and OCBC, the accounting Big Fours, marketing agencies like Nielsen, SMEs like Nimbus for Work, and many others. Some with an entrepreneurial spirit went on to set up their own ventures, like Hash Brown Media, a social media agency set up by 2 of our enterprising graduates seated here today. The university education philosophy of the 3 H's, head, heart, and habit, has been shared and reiterated in our time in SUSS. That is, the curriculum and activities we went through are targeted at the development of the students' heads, hearts, and habits. First, the role of any academic institution is to prepare the students for the future workforce by imparting and equipping us with the relevant knowledge as well as skill sets required for today's and tomorrow's workforce. Not only is our academic syllabus constantly reviewed and kept up to date, our university also ensured that the students have a chance to learn on the job through work attachment programs to have a taste of the working world and to stay abreast of changing industry demands. While we set our sight on academic success and pursuits, we were encouraged to not lose sight of the things that make us truly human by showing our hearts to the less fortunate through our self-initiated service learning projects with beneficiaries from NGOs like HOME, MDAS, Pertapis, MICE, and SOSD. Like many others, I am humbled by this experience and more sensitized towards the less fortunate in our communities. Last but not least, through the entire hustle and bustle, the habits of lifelong learning and to always push and challenge ourselves to remain relevant are inculcated within us. The times whereby one has to conduct self-directed learning, work with classmates from different backgrounds, prioritize and juggle multiple demands, and be an independent and self-criticizing student are some of the many things we have experienced in our time in SUSS. Compared to the experiences that I have shared, I believe that those among the graduates today who pursued their studies while holding a full-time job would have faced an equally, if not more, challenging set of demands. Undoubtedly, the challenges ahead will be tough, but I believe that the rigor we have gone through would have molded us to be in better positions to take on the challenges ahead as a better employee, employer, friend, child, parent, and citizen of Singapore. I would like to extend my greatest gratitude to those who have made the past 4 years in SUSS more fun and bearable. First, to the faculty members and staff who have made all this possible, fulfilling not just the role of educators, but also being with us throughout this entire journey. Second, to those whom we have crossed paths and had the opportunity to work together. A special shout out to my friends in Group 11, TO4, 15 Sukhumvit residents, the Level 7 cohort room, and my Ke Yeoman. Let us continue to stay in touch, even as we embark on a new journey from today. There is also another group who is dear and important to us in this journey, our family and loved ones. especially in the case of Asian families where expression of appreciation towards our loved ones are more muted. There is no better time than now to show our appreciation for their support throughout these years. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my family, my papa and Gogo who is seated among us, and my beloved girlfriend, and some of our loved ones who have left for a better place during this journey. Thank you for providing me with the financial, emotional, physical, and spiritual support throughout these 4 years. At this juncture, I would like to invite all graduates to please rise. Graduates, please rise. Thank you. Face your loved ones and join me in giving them a round of applause to show our deepest gratitude for their unconditional love and support over these years. Thank you. Please be seated. I would like to close by sharing a personal conviction. As we embark our empowered new journeys ahead, always remember to focus on your priorities in life. Always be forward-looking and work hard in striving towards your goals, regardless of the changes and noises in the environment. With this, thank you and happy graduation. Today, we have the pleasure of having our fellow SUSS Class of 2018 graduate, Miss Christian Jasmine, and also an SUSS alumni, Mr. Phua Zhenjie Clement, to sing us a rendition of the university song, Onwards and Beyond. Please put your hands together for Jasmine and Clement.
I declare this convocation closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.